son. I was the only kid that he wanted. I had a sister and a brother, but I was the only one. So he tried to kidnap me twice. That didn't work too well for him.
And are you the oldest, or?
I'm the oldest.
Okay.
And my mom jumped on those things very quickly. And these are basic, vague memories to where he was arrested, etc., etc. Anyway, I really don't want to go into that because it has affected my life tremendously as a young kid, not having a father.
Yep.
The bullying, you name it, and people were not too keen, especially teachers and things. They were not too keen in helping kids that were struggling. They had no interest in doing that. So my childhood was very challenged in that sense.
And now, so you went through school like for a mostly traditional childhood in France. What was that like? I mean, not necessarily from the personal aspect, but you went through like a more traditional like primary school or
secondary, etc.
Okay.
So my primary and secondary education basically also was a very challenging area, simply because, usually in a school system, you remember the good teachers, you remember the bad. We don't have school reunion in France. That doesn't exist. So you never meet your classmate 50 years later.
Right.
That doesn't exist. I had two teachers. So usually you remember the good one. I don't remember the good one. I have vague ideas about the good one, but two of them I remember because they were so bad. And they were husband and wife.
Wow.
One was my math, physics, chemistry teacher. His wife was my English teacher, who basically told me, said, don't worry, don't bother, you'll never learn English. It's a waste of your time. I was, 11, 12, 13, 14 years old, and I never excelled in English, really.
Yep.
And the worst one was her husband, my math teacher. I would solve problems in my mind, but I could not explain how. So I had answers without using theorems, but he failed me every time because I could not explain the theorems that I used to solve this issue. And I basically became an anti-math and basically it was painful. The bullying was through the roof because I didn't have a father to defend me.
Right.
And I was also I saw my mom every other weekend. I was in boarding school. So were my sister and my brother. My mom was a struggling government official supporting 3 kids.
And so when you were finishing up school, had you already figured out like, hey, this is what I want to go do with the next chapter of my life? Like you were just like waiting to get out the doors of the school, like, all right, I'm free? Or were you like, all right, what next? What do I need to do?
So waiting, no pun intended.
Yeah.
I supported kind of myself in my youth, started at 15, 16 years old by working in a very famous restaurant, not too far from where we were.
Yep.
And after I gave all of that up, I knew that the hospitality industry was a very attractive industry back then. And I entered a concours exam to enter the French Naval Academy with their hospitality program. And I was accepted. So I was a very young, 17 years old back then. And then I was hired by the company called the French Line, which